Person to appear before us is Eric Kinsinger.
How's everybody doing?
How are you doing, sir? Remember, give your name and address.
My name is Eric Kinsinger. I live at 4071 Sherry Lane in Fort Mill, South Carolina. I want to say thank you for letting me speak tonight. I know what I'm talking about isn't everybody's favorite subject. It's about the Morningstar Tower. And I know most of you have inherited this nightmare. Wanted to discuss the issues that we as citizens have been having with this tower. As we all know, this tower's been standing since the early 80s. It never had a certificate of occupancy, and Morningstar is trying to renovate this tower and has been since 2007. When they decided to renovate this tower, they came to you in 2007 and you guys said, we will give you 90 days to come up with a plan, or we will give you a fine of $465 a day. That extension / threat, $465 a day, came and went. That was on October 1st, 2007. The next time that happened was January 1st, 2008. Now, as a citizen of this county, that was 1,511 days ago. If you actually collected on those fines, it would be $702,615 in fines. Personally, I'm just a little shocked that no one has even followed up with this. So we've continued on, not that worried about that. So we moved on to November 4th, 2007, the day before the meeting of the development agreement. There was an article in the Rock Hill Herald stating that it was our last chance to discuss this tower, final chance for any citizens to mention anything. If it was the final chance, I wouldn't be standing here tonight. Once again, the development agreement passed 6-1. I know most of you were not here for that meeting, but once again, we're still here. That was 1,568 days ago. We're almost 5 years into this development agreement. There's only 259 days left in this development agreement. I know it's gone into mediation, but I also know that nothing has been done. From that day of the development agreement, really nothing has happened until 2010, when former Councilmember Buddy Motts said that they were going to give them until June 30th to renovate the tower or tear it down. That was 2010. Still nothing has happened. That was threat number 3 that you guys did. We're starting to lose faith. That was 600 days ago. Keep in mind, how much has changed in the world in the last 4 years? We've had a new president. I mean, things have changed. A war has ended. You guys really have dragged your feet on this, and I'm sorry to say that. In June of 2010, Morningstar said that they had 200 reservations, and that the York County Council said that they would give them another 60-day deadline. This was extension number 4, according to everything that I've read and with all the research that we have. I'm still shocked that we got to extension number 4. This is like a bad kid who won't listen to their parents. Don't do this. You'll get in trouble. Morningstar's not going to listen. So on July 1st, which is when we started the Tear the Tower Down campaign, and became your nightmare, unfortunately, County Manager Jim Baker said Morningstar has 2 options, and this is a quote from the Rock Hill Herald: to produce the requested documents or demolish the tower. This has got to stop. So we're still 2 years ago, almost, year and a half ago. Now, as of last year, January 15th, 2011, Morningstar stated they were going to update the bricks and fix the exterior. Still nothing has happened. You guys have let this go on again. So, we are now down to the final time of let's let Morningstar come in one more time and say, okay, we were bad kids, let us have one more chance. They're going to fix the exterior of the tower. There's no way they can fix the exterior of the tower. This building was built to 1986 building codes. There is no way that the ledger boards that was put in for 1986 will support the building code of today. Every brick has to come off of that building. I've gotten this information from the construction company that had the contract, that no longer has the contract. There have been animals that have taken up habitat in this building. Bricks are falling off on a daily basis. Kids are going inside this building. Everyone says, well, there's a fence around it. No one's going to get inside. The fence is about as secure as the front door of this building. Have any of you even been to this site and seen it in the last 2 years? I mean, you guys really need to go by. Would any of you walk into this building? Even walk near it? There's a high school and an elementary school just down the street from this. And it's become a curiosity. I mean, all the kids want to go into it. Personally, when I first moved into the area, I wanted to go into it just to see what it looked like. But I know I'm the most hated man in Morningstar right now. I don't even want to step foot on the property because they're going to press charges of trespassing on me. So speaking of trespassing, there was an incident on June 16th, 2011. The news came out, covered the story. As we probably all know, some of you were contacted by the media. I also was contacted. The Morningstar security even said that the building is not safe and it's dilapidated. The police report said it was not safe and dilapidated. I don't know why nothing has been done. If it was any of your homes that you just let go for 5 years, even since 2007, and let the bricks fall off of it, what would happen? If it was my house, you guys would have bulldozed it by now. You would have taken it over and bulldozed it. I don't understand why this building is still standing. I know it's former PTL. I know there's a history. I have no problem with that, but just do something at this point. Morningstar even states that it's a construction site. They've stated publicly that it's a construction site. It still doesn't fall under any OSHA standards. OSHA won't touch this. DHEC won't touch this. I've contacted them both because it's not a truly an active construction site. DHEC won't look into this building because it's under mediation. I guess they've gotten information from you guys not to go into this. We have already submitted one petition to you guys for a dilapidated building on December 2nd. The information that I got back was we don't have to deal with it right now because it's under mediation. Which isn't entirely true, but we're going to let that one go for right now. Morningstar's also stated that the economy's been bad. I don't really buy that one. Think of all the other projects that have gone on in York County that you guys have approved for building permits and other agreements in the multiple millions of dollars. There's a new nursing facility going in TGK for $30+ million that's starting construction soon. If they can find the money, Morningstar can find the money. It's time for Morningstar to step up and provide this funds and prove to the community that they have this funds. Galleria Drive down in Rock Hill has huge expansions going on. They're clearing land. Academy Sports is coming in. They're also talking about putting in a super target right by Captain Steve's in 21 and 160. The other thing that I don't know if any of you know is Morningstar lost their tax exempt status in Wilkes County, North Carolina. It's one of the reasons why we're stuck with them in York County. Wilkes County took it away from them because they were selling all of their books and music and other publications and used that as a tax exempt, claiming it we don't have to pay taxes on it. There's a lot of things going on over there that you don't see on a daily basis because you guys are 30 miles away sitting over here. I don't know where exactly all of you live, but really getting some time, spending some time over there, just driving by and seeing what's going on might help. homes in the area are having a hard time getting sold. People drive by and look at it and say, we won't even buy a home here because that tower is still standing. I don't want my kids to go near it. It's not safe. We don't understand really why. All of the meetings have been closed door meetings about this tower, from everything we've read. The precedent that you guys have set as a county council is saying that it can go on for 5 years and we won't do anything. If I decide not to take care of my house for 5 years now, does that mean I can say, well, I'll fix it sooner or later? Will that be acceptable? The things that we're looking for you guys to do is really take a stand this time. I mean, I know March 5th they're coming in with their plan, but their plan needs to truly be a plan to fix it or tear it down. I don't see how it's cost effective to fix this building and bring it up to today's building code. Since it never had a certificate of occupancy, we've never been able to find any true plans of this online, anywhere. I don't know what happened, but we just haven't been able to. They need to do something. We're hoping, as citizens in the area, that when the March deadline of the final, this is it, you guys say, okay, we're coming in on January or July 1st and we're bulldozing it. Or we're condemning the building. No one can go in. It's no longer part of your property. I mean, is it really going to take a kid who's interested in the building, a 16, 17-year-old kid, walking in, falling down one of these elevator shafts that isn't properly secured to die before somebody's really going to care? We just basically have lost faith in you guys, the people of the area in there. I don't know what else to say. I do have another petition, if any of you guys have seen the news already today. Since the tower is under mediation and you guys won't touch it, we have another petition for a dilapidated building against the castle and the old water park entrance. Since neither of them are under mediation, maybe you guys will do something. So who would like the petition?
You can give it up to me. Thanks, Eric.
And I mean, the other thing that we have is, we have the Democratic National Convention coming. You guys are going to have tons of media coming in September. Do you really want this tower to become national news again in York County? I know they're going to be playing games over baseball or whatever at Knight Stadium, but that's only 2 miles from my house. I've already been a pain in your butt. I can be much more of a pain in September. And I'm sorry to threaten that, but do something this time. Thanks.
Thanks, Eric. Appreciate it.